There's this really interesting dynamic that we see across all ecosystems, not just Solana and Ethereum, where the space is actually growing at a tremendous rate, but it's growing from a utility standpoint. It's not necessarily growing as quickly from an investment standpoint. There is a little bit of the, air getting sucked out of the room from the hype of AI and, other real technologies that are meaningful and do deserve attention. But at the same time, you have PayPal building on blockchain. You have Visa expanding their settlement project with WorldPay, which is one of the world's largest payment processors. And, they view the ability for money to move 24/7, 365 within seconds of finality as a really key advantage. And even though many countries now have some sort of domestic instant payment or near instant payment system, these are not tied together. And so you have an option to integrate into 50 different payment systems, or you can just support USDC on a network like Solana, and you can use that to move money around the world and help sort of manage FX. And so at the same time that we're seeing some less, I would say, speculative interest in crypto, we're seeing a lot more companies and large enterprises actually truly build on this technology, whether it's sort of household names like Visa, or whether it's companies that are a little bit less well-known like WorldPay, but they do something like $2.2 trillion of volume through their systems each year. These are serious businesses that are viewing blockchain not just as a competitive advantage, but in some cases, ways to save costs.
Of course. Do not disagree with you in the slightest. But okay, so we're almost out of time. And, I hate being the person that asks people to, have hypothetical or make guesses when it comes to, the price of things. So I'm going to do this in a little bit of a different way. What happens first? Do we see Bitcoin over 100K first? Or do we see Solana triple digits first?
I think it's really, look, if I could predict what asset prices were going to move in what ways, I'd be on a yacht somewhere at this point. But, what I really am focused on here is, I think in most people in this space, especially after the last few years, is the potential of this technology to really change the world. And we are seeing that now, that the traditional financial space is really starting to embrace crypto in a way it wasn't before. And that's really great to see. I think there's a lot of great things that are going to come in the next year. I think it's going to be overall a great year for crypto adoption.